This is the ultimate guide on how to source better inventory for your reselling business. So if you're new here and you're looking to get started, we're going to go over basically everything that I do step by step so you can learn and replicate the exact same steps. This is a baseline. I highly encourage innovation. This isn't the only way to do it, but this should be a guideline on how it should be done, especially if you're a beginner or you don't know how to consistently get inventory. With that said, we're going to go over the setup very quickly. First is open the Seller Stadium Goods website. So this is the website here, seller.stadiumgoods.com. This is where we're going to analyze real-time data. So this needs to be open. Secondly, you need to have the Stadium Supply Helper extension installed. Just go on Google, Stadium Supply Helper extension. And it's the first one. And the link will be somewhere attached with this video, so you can easily find it. So yes, second is to have this extension installed. It's a helper function to improve the data on the Stadium Goods website. Third is have the Rakuten extension installed. This is Rakuten. This is the extension. It needs to be installed for the cashback. This is mandatory. Now, step 4 is to enable Rakuten. So you need to log into the account provided or make your own account if you're an individual, and then just make sure you have it enabled when you're sourcing products. So for example, we're mainly going to be sourcing from StockX. So click on the extension and click activate, or click up here and click activate, and it should change colors, meaning that it is now enabled. Perfect. Finally, step 5 is to set the margin to 1.5. So just type in 1.5 here, and then it will be set to 1.5. Perfect. The first method we're going to go over is the product research method. So this is the bread and butter. This is how you find new products to sell. Go to Stadium Goods, go to sell, list items, and then set the average selling price to 200 and sort by bestsellers. This way you only see the top selling products first, and you only see products that are selling for over $200 consistently. Now, why $200? Because of the pro seller level. I'm going to quickly go over that. So what is Stadium Pro Seller level, right? So their highest level is level 1, and your average sale price per quarter needs to be $200. So your average order value, or your AOV, must be over $200. This is the game Stadium Good wants you to play, and we're going to play by these rules. So we're only looking at products that will sell over $200, if that makes sense. And then secondly is sorting by bestsellers. Obviously, we want shoes that will sell the quickest so we can get our money back. Our strategy here is to buy shoes on credit with a credit card and then sell it so fast that we get the money back before we have to pay off the card. That is the perfect scenario. So we only want to source bestsellers. Now, here is the product research method. You're going to go through the list left to right, top down, because that is the order of bestsellers. So this shoe right here, all the way on the top left, is the #1 bestseller so far, currently. So we're going to click on it, and then we're going to check all the sizes. So we only want sizes that are selling for over $200. For example, size 5, lowest listed is 193. This already doesn't meet our criteria. None of these meet our criteria. These are all under $200, except for these. And then we're going to filter it down some more. You see how size 11.5, it never sold before? We don't want items that never sold before. So we're going to delete those as well. So here we got a list of good sizes that are actually promising. We're going to go to StockX. We're going to find that exact sneaker. Make sure Rakuten is on. And then we're going to place bids on the good sizes. So size 4.5, last sold for $321 about 2 weeks ago. We're going to find that exact size on StockX, and then we're going to place a bid. Now the question is, what should we bid at? Well, if you have the Chrome extension installed, there will be an additional data set called the buy price. This is the recommended price we should buy this sneaker at. So if we look at 4.5, it's saying to buy it for $142. So we're gonna go with that. Right now, the subtotal is $212, which is way over the recommended buy price. We're looking to buy at $140. So we're gonna tone it down to 115, which would bring the subtotal to about right under the recommended buy price. We can also see that the highest bid is $111. So we can use our best judgment and just make the price $112, ensuring that we're the highest bid without overpaying for the shoe. Always use your best judgment. I'm going to quickly go through the rest of the sizes. Size 10W. I'm going to do this very quickly so you can just watch and follow along. Place bid, saying to buy for 126. So I'm going to just say 100. Now the subtotal is 112, which is good. Then size 10.5. Now size 10.5 is saying to buy for 150. We're going to bid 120. This is right under 150, which I'm fine with. Now size 11W is saying to buy for 189. We can see that the lowest listed dropped a little bit, so I'm going to update this to 276, which is the lowest listed price. So now we have an updated real-time buy value of 168. We're going to place a bid and just get it right under 168. So 140 is equal to 161, which I'm good with. And then finally, size 12.5, it's saying to buy for 170. We're going to come over to StockX and then we're going to place a bid where it is right under 170. Here is a special scenario. You see how there is no highest bid listed? Nobody has a bid on this shoe. So we don't want to overpay for this shoe. So we're going to put in a good bid. What I'm going to do is check the last sales. We can see the lowest it sold for is 176. That gives us an idea of what we should bid at, which is 176. If we bid 176, the subtotal comes out to 199, which is over the recommended buy price. So we're going to tone it down to 145, which is about right under the buy price. I'm happy with that. There's the bid. Now you're going to go down this list left to right and do it for every shoe that you see here. This is winning product research. Just like how in dropshipping you would spend hours researching what products are winning and what you should do your website on. This is the same thing, except the data is right here in front of us. We don't have to do any guesswork. These are the winning products. We just move on to the next one. Filter down the list to our criterias, which we can see here that none of these shoes are going for over 200. So we could just move on. Same thing here, just filter down the list. Just check all the sizes, take out the sizes that are bad, and then place bids on the sizes that are good. Hope that makes sense. And just keep going down the list and checking every single shoe and finding a deal. Now that is the product research method that I've came up with. The second method that we're going to talk about is the strategic bidding method. For this method, you're going to need to open the speed of sale last 30-day spreadsheet. The spreadsheet will be provided to you, and I also go over how you can get this spreadsheet yourself in the account manager video. If you don't know what that video is, don't worry about it. Just ask for the spreadsheet and you will get it. I will give it to you. Now, the best part of the spreadsheet is that the product research is done for you. You don't have to go through the Stadium Goods website and go shoe by shoe finding deals. The deals are right here on this spreadsheet done for you. Now, I've edited this spreadsheet a little bit so it looks a little different. I'm going to show you what I do with the spreadsheet. This is totally up to you. You could do it this way. You could do it a different way. It doesn't really matter. Basically, what I do is I go import this spreadsheet into numbers, and then I go into organize, and then I set a filter. I add a filter by price, and I make it greater than or equal to $200. Again, I only care about shoes that are selling for over $200. So I set this filter to filter out anything that is selling for less. Secondly, there is no recommended buy price on this list. So what I'm going to do is to add a new column the F column, and then here I'm going to press the equal sign, type in E for the E column times 0.84, which is the commission that I get, times 0 divided by 1.5, which is the margin. Put that all in parentheses and then minus 3, which is some additional fees that I have to account for. Press OK, and then click and drag the formula down on the entire list. And just like that, we have the recommended buy price, just like how our Chrome extension does for us. And then I'm just gonna title it buy price, like that. And then one last thing I like to do is just highlight this column in orange or yellow. So all I'm gonna do is click Format, Cell, Color Fill, Yellow. I have to select the entire column. So select the entire column, Format, Cell, Fill, Color Fill, Yellow. There we go. Again, this is optional. Definitely innovate. I highly encourage you to innovate. This isn't the only way it should be done. If you can figure out a better way to do it, definitely do it that way and share with the community. What I'm going to do now is put the two list and website side by side, and we're just going to go down the list. I'm going to sort by SKU, sort by ascending, so we can get all the same models together. So we don't have to come back to a model after checking out a different model because they weren't sorted together. So you can see now all the same models are together, and I'm just going to scroll somewhere random to a model that I like. New Balance is here. So we're just going to start with the New Balances. What we're going to do is pretty much the same. So we're going to take this SKU, we're going to paste it in here, and we're going to clear our filters so it actually shows up. So now we have this New Balance, and there's 4 entries here for size 8.5, 5.5, 7, and 6. Notice how there's no guesswork. We can see the exact sizes that are doing good. Now the first thing you should do is make sure that the lowest listed price hasn't dramatically dropped. So if we check the list, it said it's sold for $298, and the lowest listed is $298. So we're good. Now we're gonna pull it up on StockX and start placing bids. So we're gonna go to size 8.5, and I already have a bid set. But what you would do is look at the recommended bid price here or here and set a good bid that will get accepted as well as have great profit margins. So we see here size 8.5, it's saying that we should get it for $175. And on StockX, it's going for $138. We could hit buy now and buy it for $161, which is under the recommended buy prices, right? But why should we do that? Never ever press the buy now price unless the price is that good, right? $160 is still quite a bit of money, and we never want to be desperate. We don't need this deal. So the rule of thumb is to never actually press the buy now price and just place a bid instead. Why should we buy this right now for $160 when we can possibly get it for a better price? So we're going to place a good bid. We're looking at size 8.5. We're going to check the last sale market data, and we can see that the lowest it sold for was $138, right? The highest bid is $116, so we're going to place a bid for $117. We're going to one up that. And you see how this is a good bid? We could place a better bid, but we don't want to pay more money. Why would we want to pay more money? We want to pay as little as possible, but at the same time, the bid is good enough to be accepted. That's what a good bid is. So we always want to be placing good bids. And we can see 117 is a good bid, and that is something that we're okay with. Instead, we're going to be paying $139, which is a lot better than $160. So we're going to bid that instead. Always use your best judgment. You want to make the most amount of money possible, so you want to pay as little as possible. We're going to finish up this model. I'm going to show you how it's done. So next is 5.5. I want to go back here, size 5.5, place a bid. Recommended buy price is 146 on the website and 148 on the spreadsheet, which matches up. You want to make sure the lowest listed price didn't dramatically drop, and to me this looks fine. So we're gonna go back on StockX and we're gonna place a good bid. So a bid of 142 is $165, which is way over the recommended buy price. So what I'm gonna do is lower my bid to under the recommended buy price. And this is still doesn't look good to me. I'm gonna do 115 for 136, which is good to me. We are outbid by someone. Someone bid it $141 on this sneaker and we're bidding 115. Yes, we're outbidded and this may not get accepted. However, we're already on the bid site. Might as well place a bid, right? We're already here and our bid is gonna be there if a seller wants to take it or not. Just place the bid and move on. Size 7, buy for 166. I'm gonna place a bid. For this one, I'm gonna say 110 or maybe 105. I'm down to even pay 110 to get this sneaker. Finally, size 6. Someone bidded $153, which is a lot. I don't think we're gonna be matching that, so we can just move on and we're done with that. Now, your job is just to go down the list and exhaust this entire list. Of course, there's more entries because we set a filter to filter out the low selling sneakers. However, if you're just starting out and you don't really care about the price, you can just turn the filters off and there will be a lot more entries for you to look at. As you can see, there are 17,000 products in this spreadsheet. So there is a lot of winning products to go through and a lot of money to be made. Personally, I'm pro level 1. So I want to maintain my seller level. So I'm only looking at items that are selling for 200 and plus. If you're just starting out, the seller level probably won't matter to you because it's going to take you some time to get to those levels. So I recommend turning the filters off and just looking through the entire list and just making money wherever you can, right? And that is the two main ways I source sneakers for my reselling business. Now let's go over your goal. Your goal is to do online arbitrage. You want to use data from the spreadsheet or the Stadium Goods website. You want to place good bids on products that will have a good probability to be accepted and is profitable. You want to gauge the profitability using sales data from Stadium Goods. All the bids you should place should only be on best-selling products. The margin is 50% by default, and that is the guideline and what we strive for. Now let's go over some key terms. The buy price is the cost we aim to pay for a product. The buy price is derived from the payout amount. The payout is derived from the sale price. So there is math involved. The payout is typically 80% of the sale price, depending on your seller level. If you're first starting out, you're paying 20% in commission. If you're level 1, you're only paying 15%. And then the buy price we can derive from the payout price, and that is just 2/3 of the payout price, which is also 50% margins. Your job is to source products within the designated margins profitably. This means by placing bids or buying now based on how good the price is. Product research will be done for you every month in the form of a spreadsheet. You should exhaust this list first. When this list is exhausted, you have to do creative product research on the Stadium Supply website. That's what we went over, right? So every month you're gonna get this list, go through the entire list, and then when you're done with this list, then you can go on the website and find winning products creatively. And that is a quick crash course on how you should source products in 2025 for your reselling business. This is how I do it. Let us know if you come up with anything new, and best of luck. Looking forward to your success. My name is Terry. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.